Hi, I just want to share a couple of verses of scripture from Matthew chapter 7, verses 1 to 6. Do not judge, or you too will be judged. For in the same way as you judge others, you will be judged, and with the same measure you use, it will be measured to you. Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? How can you say to your brother, "Let me take that speck out of your eye," when all the time there's a great big plank in your own? You hypocrite! First take the plank out of your own eye, and then you'll see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye. Wow! Judge others and be measured. It sometimes feels, just as we're coming out of COVID and the shutdown, how so easy it is to judge others. And already we are trying to judge the government and Boris Johnson and everybody else who kind of breaks the lockdown without looking at ourselves. But how is it that we can not judge the government, but hold them to account? For surely the government haven't got everything right. Even politicians would probably struggle to acknowledge that everything they did was right and they couldn't improve anything. And they're even acknowledging that they will do an inquiry. But how do we hold them to account without judging them? And it seems to me that actually, where is the judgment in our hearts? So are we trying to judge the government because we need to make things better? Or are we trying to judge the government out of bitterness and harshness, out of regret, out of things they couldn't control because we want to feel better? So it strikes me that actually, if I want to be judged, I want to be judged because I want somebody to tell me how to do things better, and not for them to pick up all my mistakes that make me feel bad and worse. So I believe in a God who does judge us, not in a way that's hurtful, that chastises us, but actually a God who is able to face the truth, but clearly say things need to change. It was interesting in Black Lives Matters how that's evoked a whole load of questioning associated with history, and whether history is right or wrong, and whether the portrayal of the slavery in the statues is right. And some people say, let history be our judge. Well, it then strikes me that actually history will be our judge. And with Black Lives Matters, for me, it's not that history judges us, but actually some of the atrocities of slavery are still present with us today. That there's still inequalities in black lives, and Black Lives Matter not just 200 or 100 years ago, but Black Lives Matter today. So it's not that history judges us, it's our present time judges us. And I then wonder what history will judge us by. And we all think that we're doing things well and doing things right, and as Christians we're doing the right thing. But I just wonder how we will be judged. How will we be judged when we come out of COVID? And how will we be judged as we respond to the other crises, especially the environmental ones? That as the passage of time goes by, how will people look back and say about the environment, you could have done something, but you didn't? How long have we been told that the environment is in crisis and still we do nothing? So it's not about how we are judged, or even how history judges us, but actually, are we prepared to change? Is it in our hearts that we want to be different? And is the judgment there to help and facilitate us to move forward. I believe in a God that's continually trying to help us move forward, that the world can be a better place. Thank you.